Get ready for the dictation in 3, 2, 1, start. I am happy to be here to attend the huddle organized by The Hindu, a name that connotes not only India's cultural diversity but also covers a sweep of history which is unparalleled in the world in civilizational context. The Hindu group of publications has been relentlessly aiming to capture the essence of this great country through its responsible and ethical journalism. I commend them for their insistence on sticking to the five basic principles of journalism: truth telling, freedom and independence, justice, humanness, and contributing to the social good. I am borrowing here Sri N. Ram's wonderful description of these principles as Panchashil for the Hindu group of newspapers. You all deserve appreciation for organizing the huddle as a platform for the churning of thought on a variety of issues that concern people. I am sure that the nectar, that is Amrit, coming out from the churning would benefit the nation and the world. Let me tell you why it is civilizationally contextual to hold the huddle in this land. Long before the West discovered the benefits of democratic decision making, Sant Bhasaveshwara, a 12th century philosopher endowed with extraordinary wisdom, had promoted a culture of collective discussion, which was called Anubhav Mantapa. This is remembered as one of the world's first parliaments where people were encouraged to speak their mind irrespective of their social status. This was also a unique experiment of gender equality as women were also encouraged to take part in discussions and express their views. We, the people of India, are blessed to have sages like Bhagwan Basaveshwara among our ancestors. Debate and discussion are internalized in India's social psyche to arrive at truth since time immemorial. They are means to an end. On a lighter side, I am talking about an era that preceded high voltage TV debates. Even in this period of transition, the Hindu continues with its tradition of conducting informed debate through news and views. It would not be an exaggeration to say that the Hindu seeks to protect the sanctity of the printed word and holds fast to the ideology of truth. There is no doubt that perception of truth is conditioned by circumstances. For example, we tend to describe the day's progress with the rising or setting of the sun, but we know that it is more of a popular and metaphorical expression than the truth. Through arduous research, we came to know it well that neither does the sun rise nor does it set. The conditions that cloud the truth's positions are effectively dispelled by a contestation of ideas through debate, discussion, and scientific temper. Prejudices and violence vitiate the search for truth. Stop. Thank you.